Hello everyone, welcome to our culture class. Today we are going to talk about the greatest of China. Look at the first picture. What's this? Yes, the Silk Road. The Silk Road, connecting the east and west from China to the Mediterranean Sea. Trade on the Silk Road played a significant role in the development of the civilizations of China. The subcontinent, Persia, Europe, Africa, and Arabia, opening long-distance political and economic relations between the civilizations. Though silk was certainly the major trade item exported from China, many other goods were traded, and religious, syncretic philosophies, and various technologies, as well as diseases, most notably plague, also spread along the Silk routes. In addition to economic trade, the Silk Road was a route for cultural trade among the civilizations along its network. In September 2013, during a visit to Kazakhstan, Chinese President Xi Jinping introduced a plan for creating a new Silk Road from China to Europe. The latest plan, dubbed One Belt, One Road (OBOR), includes a land-based Silk Road economic belt and maritime Silk Road. Okay, the second is the population. China's population is over 1.381 billion, the largest of any country in the world. According to the 2010 census, 91.51% of the population was Han Chinese, and 8.49% was minorities. The one-child policy was introduced in 1979 and began to be formally phased out in 2015. The policy allowed many exceptions and ethnic minorities were exempt. In 2007, 36% of China's population was subject to a strict one-child restriction, with an additional 53% being allowed to have a second child if the first child was a girl. Provincial governments imposed fines for violations, and the local and national governments created commissions to raise awareness and carry out registration and inspection work. The plan called for families to have one child each in order to curb a then surging population and limit the demands for water and other resources, as well as to alleviate social, economic, and environmental problems in China. On October 29, 2015, it was reported that the existing law would be changed to a two-child policy. The new law became effective on January 1, 2016. Okay, next look at this cute panda. The giant panda, a bear native to South Central China. The name giant panda is sometimes used to distinguish from the unrelated red panda. Though it belongs to the order Carnivora, the giant panda's diet is over 99% bamboo. Giant pandas in the wild will occasionally eat other grasses, wild tubers, or even meat, birds, rodents, or carrion. The giant panda lives in a few mountain ridges in central China. is a conservation-reliant vulnerable species. A 2007 report showed 239 pandas living in captivity inside China and another 27 outside the country. While the dragon has often served as China's national symbol, internationally the giant panda appears at least as commonly. As such, it's becoming widely used within China in international contexts. For example, as one of the 5 Fuwa mascots of the Beijing Olympics. This is the parade time this year, this picture. Tiananmen Square. Tiananmen Square is a city square in the center of Beijing, named after the located to its north, separating it from the Forbidden City. The square contains the monument to the people's heroes, the Great Hall of the People, the National Museum of China, and Mausoleum of Mao Zedong. Mao Zedong proclaimed the founding of the People's Republic of China in the square on October 1, 1949. The anniversary of the event is still observed here. Tiananmen Square is within the top 10 largest city squares in the world. It has great cultural significance as it was the site of several important events in Chinese history. Do you know where is it? It's the Mogao Caves, also known as the Thousand Buddha Grottos, form a system of 492 temples of Dunhuang, and all axes strategically located at a religious and cultural crossroads on the Silk Road. The caves contain some of the finest examples of Buddhist art spanning a period of 1,000 years. The first caves were dug out in 366 AD as places of Buddhist meditation and worship. An important cache of documents was discovered in 19th century in the so-called Library Cave, which had been walled up in the 11th century. The content of the library was dispersed around the world, and the largest collections are now found in Beijing, London, Paris, and Berlin. The International Dunhuang Project exists to coordinate and collect scholarly work on the Dunhuang, manuscripts, and other material. The caves themselves are now a popular tourist destination with a number open for visiting. Okay, this one. Fantastic, right? The Three Gorges Dam is hydroelectric dam that spans the Yangtze River, a very big gorge project. It's the world's largest power station in terms of installed capacity. As well as producing electricity, the dam is intended to increase the Yangtze River's shipping capacity and reduce the potential for floods downstream by providing flood storage space. The Chinese government regards the project as a historic engineering, social and economic success. With the design of state-of-the-art large turbines and a move toward limiting greenhouse gas emission. Okay. Have you ever been to the Tibet? The Potala Palace The Potala Palace in Lhasa, Tibet Autonomous Region, was the chief residence of the Dalai Lama until the 14th Dalai Lama fled to India during the 1959 Tibetan uprising. It is now a museum and a World Heritage Site. The palace is named after Mount Potalaka. The 5th Dalai Lama started its construction in 1645, after one of his spiritual advisors, who pointed out that the site was ideal as a seat of government. Okay, look at this one. The Terracotta Army literally means soldier and horse funerary statues. It's a collection of terracotta sculptures depicting the armies of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. It's a form of funerary art buried with the emperor in 210 to 209 BC, and whose purpose was to protect the emperor in his afterlife. The figures include warriors, chariots, and horses. Estimates from 2007 were that the three-piece containing the Terracotta Army held more than 8,000 soldiers, 130 chariots with 520 horses and 150 carry horses, the majority of which remained buried in the pitch nearby Qin Shi Huang's mausoleum. Other terracotta non-military figures were found in other pits, including officials, acrobats, strongmen, and musicians. The Emperor Qin Shi Huang always enjoyed his life. Okay, the last one, The Art of War. The Art of War is the earliest military book many military personnel must read. There are a lot of foreign generals after the defeat lamented if only some read The Art of War may rewrite the history. The book is an ancient Chinese military treatise dating from the 5th century BC. Attributed to the ancient Chinese military strategist Sun Tzu, the text is composed of 13 chapters, each of which is devoted to one aspect of warfare. It's commonly thought of as a definitive work on military strategy and techniques. It has long been the most influential strategy text in East Asia, and has had an influence on Eastern and Western military thinking, business tactics, legal strategy, and beyond. Okay, that's all today's class. Thank you very much, and see you next time.